Hey, what's up everyone? It's your girl Brain Shanae, and today I have some book mail that I want to share with you, a mini Barnes & Noble's book haul, and also some packages from friends that I want to share with you all. So if you want to know what's inside of all these bags and boxes, please stay tuned. So there's some boxes, some publisher mail. I got some stuff from friends who are pretty much family at this point. And then I have a mini Barnes & Noble's book haul. So I think I'll start with Barnes & Noble stuff. They're in these two bags right here. So for this first bag, I had this for a while, but I want to share with you all what I've gotten. So the first thing I've got is Suite of Stars by Maurice Brodus or Broadus. Deja, she mentioned this in one of our reading sprints, and I never heard of this book. I never knew it was coming out this year. I did not know not one thing. Like, I did not see anything marketing this book whatsoever. I will leave her Instagram down below so you can check her out. But thank you so much, Deja, for this recommendation. I had no idea this was coming out, and this is a sci-fi. It says opening gambit in a great saga, and that was said by James Rowlands. So let me go ahead and read the synopsis for this book. And obviously it's sci-fi with some fantasy. So it says, the beauty in blackness is its ability to transform. Like energy, we are neither created nor destroyed, though many try. And that's a West African proverb. The Magano Empire strived and struggled to form a utopia when they split away from old Earth. Struggled to free themselves from the endless wars and oppression of their home planet in order to shape their own futures and create a far-reaching coalition of city-states that stretch from Earth and Mars to Titan. With the wisdom of their ancestors, the leadership of their elders, and the power and vision of their scientists and warriors, they charted a course to a better future. But the old powers could not allow them to thrive and have now set in motion new plots to destroy all that they've built. In the fire to come, they will face down their greatest struggle yet. Amachi Adisa and other young leaders will contend with each other for the power to galvanize their people and chart the next course for the empire. Fellow Bahari and her elite unit will take the fight to regions not seen by human eyes, but no training will be enough to bring them home. Stacy Chikte, captain of the starship Cypher, will confront enemies across the stars and within her own vessel as she searches for the answers that could save them all. The only way is forward. So oh my God, I just love the cover of this book, and I'm so mad that I haven't seen anything about this book at all. And if I take the dust jacket off, this is what it looks like. It's like a navy blue and with some gold foiling. So we do have that. But thank you so much, Deja, for this recommendation. I cannot wait to read this book. Let me know down in the comments below if you've heard of this book. It came out, I think this month. I think it was this month that it came out, and I was just like blown away that I have not heard anything. But once again, thank you so much, Deja, for this recommendation. The next book that I've gotten, of course, is The Blood Trials, the book one of the Blood Gift duology. This is by N.E. Davenport. I know people have seen this all over BookTube and IG by now, and TikTok, Twitter. It's been everywhere, and I actually enjoy this cover. I know some people have some thoughts about it and, you know, questions about the marketing and stuff because it looks YA, but I didn't think it was YA in my opinion. Especially when you buy this book, it's like $22, $23 or whatever, $27. And you know, YA books are really not that expensive compared to adult fiction. So I actually like this cover. She looks badass. I love this. I love what's coming out of her hands and stuff. And she just looks amazing. But let me go ahead and read the synopsis for this one. So it says, blending fantasy and science fiction, N.E. Davenport's fast-paced, action-packed debut kicks off a duology of loyalty and rebellion in which a young Black woman must survive deadly trials in a racist and misogynistic society, become elite warrior. It's all about blood. The blood spill between the Republic of Marine and the armies of the Blood Emperor long ago. the blood gifts of Marine's deadliest enemies. The blood that runs through the elite war houses of Marine, the rulers of the tribunal dedicated to keeping the Republic alive. The blood of the former Legatus commander, Vernon Amari, murdered. For his granddaughter, Ikena, the only thing steady in her life was the man who had saved Marine, the man who had trained her not just in martial skills, but in harnessing the blood gift that coursed through her. Who trained her to keep that a secret? But now there are too many secrets, and with her grandfather assassinated, Ikena knows two things: that only someone on the tribunal could have ordered his death, and that only a practitioner guard could have carried out that order. Bent on revenge as much as on discovering the truth, Ikena pledges herself to the Praetorian trials, a brutal initiation that only a quarter of the aspirants survive. She subjects herself to the racism directed against her half-Kanian heritage and the misogyny of a society that cherishes progeny over prodigy, all while hiding a power that, if found out, would subject her to execution, or worse. Ikena is willing to risk it all because she needs to find out who murdered her grandfather, and then she needs to kill them. Marine has been at peace for a long time. Ikena joining the Praetorians is about to change all that. Magic and technology converge in the first part of this stunning debut duology, where loyalty to oneself and one's blood is more important than anything. Yeah, I cannot wait to read this. I'm thinking I might actually read this next month in May. So hopefully I can get through this one. It definitely looks amazing. And then of course right here we have the book. And I'm just excited for this book. I've heard a lot of great things about it. I heard, like marketing did do it justice, but obviously I think it did because it's all over. You see it everywhere. And I think the marketing was great. Like I said, I don't personally think this looks like a YA, but that's just me. I know other people have their own opinions, but I cannot wait to read this book. I know it's going to be brutal and stuff, especially with the racism and how she must kill people in order to find out who killed her grandfather. So it is what it is. I'm definitely looking forward to reading this, and I cannot wait to get into this new world. So here we have it. This is the second book that I got at Barnes & Noble's. The next book is no surprise. And I had gotten A Magic Steeped in Poison. This is by Judy I. Lin, right here. And then the one thing about this book, if you take the dust jacket off, you will see that in the bookstore, you can either get the book as purple or pink. So you had options, and I chose the purple one because it has the fish on it. And here is the spine. But let me go ahead and read the synopsis. I really look forward to reading this next month. That's the plan, to read this. So it says, for Ning, the only thing worse than losing her mother is knowing that it's her own fault. She was the one who unknowingly brewed the poison tea that killed her mother. The poison tea that now threatens to also take her sister, Shu. When Ning hears of a competition to find the kingdom's greatest Xingyanshi, masters of the ancient and magical art of tea making, she travels to the imperial city to compete. The winner will receive a favor from the princess, which may be Ning's only chance to save her sister's life. But between the backstabbing competitors, the bloody court politics, and a mysterious and handsome boy with a shocking secret, Ning might actually be the one in more danger. So yeah, cannot wait to read this next month. The cover is stunning, and I believe the second book is coming out in August. So I gotta read this book so that way I'll be prepared to read the next book in August. So there's this book. And then this hasn't come out yet. This is supposed to be coming out on the 19th, but they've been having it on their shelves already. And I even questioned the bookstore sellers, and are you allowed to do this? They're like, well, only certain authors like Patterson and stuff like that, where they're really strict on the release date and not to have them on the shelves just yet. But certain authors, they're allowed to have them already on the floor prior to the release day. And that, what I have is Favorite Star by Rebecca Roanhorse. This is the second book of Black Sun, which I read last year, and I loved it. My favorite character, of course, is Serapio. So I cannot wait to get back into this world. I know a lot of people did not like this cover, and then as I put Black Sun and Favorite Star together, it doesn't look right. It doesn't match as like how I want it to go, because especially with the words for Black Sun, it's in gold. Like here's Black Sun, I'll leave it right here, but you can tell the difference, and I wish they did a little bit better, but who cares? I'm still gonna read the book. And yeah, so I'm looking forward to this world. Let me go ahead and read the synopsis. So it says, there are no tides more treacherous than those of the heart, Teak saying. The great city of Tova is shattered. The sun is held within the smothering grip of the crow god's eclipse, but the comet that marks the death of a ruler and heralds the rise of a new order is imminent. The Meridian, a land where magic has been codified and the worship of God suppressed. How do you live when legends come to life and the faith you had is rewarded? As Sea Captain Zelia, I forgot how to pronounce her name, is swept up in the chaos and currents of change, she finds an unexpected ally in the former priest of knives. For the clan matriarchs of Tova, tense alliances form as far-flung enemies gather, and the war in the heavens is reflected upon the earth. And for Serapio and Naranapa, both now living avatars, the struggle for free will and personhood in the face of destiny rages. How will Serapio stay human when he is steeped in prophecy and surrounded by those who desire only his power? Is there a future for Narapa and a transformed Tova without her total destruction? Welcome back to the fantasy series of the decade and Fevered Star, book 2 of Between Earth and Sky. Yes, cannot wait to read this. This is probably going to be another book that I read next month, and a lot of other books. So I know next month I'm going to be swamped with tons of books. But here is the book without the dust jacket, and there we have that with the gold edge. But yeah, I cannot wait to read this. I cannot wait to get back into this world, and with Serapio, Narampa, Xalia, like I just cannot wait. So I'm super excited to read this next month. So here is the other book that I got from Barnes & Nobles. So those are all the books I got from Barnes & Nobles. Now let's go into these boxes, which first I will have to share with you my book of the month picks that I had chosen for this month. So let's get started with this first box. So of course I'm reading this next month, and I look forward to reading this book. I've heard nothing but great things about it. Also, here's my little bookmark where it says use me or lose me, where it says book of the month on the back. And that is Kaiki. And this is by Vaishnavi Patel. Hopefully I'm saying her name right. If not, I do apologize. But just look at this cover. It's beautiful, and I just love this. I love this so much. So let me go ahead and read the synopsis for this one. So it says, I was born on the full moon under an auspicious constellation, the holiest of positions. Much good it did me. So begins Kaiki's story, the only daughter of the kingdom of Kikaya. She is raised on tales of the gods, how they churned the vast ocean to obtain the nectar of immortality, how they vanquish evil and ensure the land of Bharat prospers, and how they offer powerful boons to the worthy. Yet she watches as her father unceremoniously banishes her mother, listens as her own worth is reduced to the marriage alliance she can secure. And when she calls upon the gods for help, they never seem to hear. Desperate for independence, she turns to the text she once read with her mother and discovers a magic that is hers alone. With it, Kaiki transforms herself from an overlooked princess into a warrior, diplomat, and most favored queen. But as the evil from her childhood stories threatens the cosmic order, the path she has forged clashes with the destiny the gods have chosen for her family. And Kaiki must decide if resistance is worth the destruction it will wreak and what legacy she intends to leave behind. So this sounds really good. This is going to be a read for next month. I'm thinking about also like listening to it on audiobook as I read it. So hybrid reading, because I'm really interested in it. And of course the book is humongous. It's a chunker. But of course, if you take the dust jacket off, this is what it looks like. But yeah, I cannot wait to read this next month. I look forward to it. Next month is AAPI, Asian Readathon. So I'm definitely looking forward to reading this book. And of course, here is the author right here on the back, where it says she is a law student focusing on constitutional law and civil rights. She likes to write at the intersection of Indian myth, feminism, and anti-colonialism. She grew up in and around Chicago, and in her spare time enjoys activities that are almost stereotypically Midwestern: knitting, ice skating, drinking hot chocolate, and making hot dish. So yeah, excited to read this, and yeah, I'm excited to learn more about Kaiki. This is going to be a fun and wonderful read, so excited for this. Now we have the next box from Book of the Month. So let me open this and see what's in here. I really don't remember the other picks that I picked. So I know Kaiki was like a must-have. Oh yes, all right. So the next book that I picked is Like a Sister by Kelly Garrett. I am so looking forward to this book. I believe the main character is trying to find her sister. But let me go ahead and read the synopsis, but I'm looking forward to this. So it says, no one bats an eye when a Black reality TV star is found dead, except her estranged half-sister, whose refusal to believe the official story leads her on a dangerous search for the truth. When the body of Desiree Pierce is found on a playground in New York City the morning after her 25th birthday party, the police and the media are quick to declare her death an overdose. A tragedy, certainly, but not a crime. Yet Desiree's half-sister, Lena Scott, knows that can't be the case. A graduate student at Columbia, Lena has spent the past decade forging her own path, far from the spotlight. But despite the bitter truth that the women haven't spoken in 2 years, torn apart by Desiree's partying and by their father, Mel, a wealthy hip-hop mogul, some facts about Desiree wouldn't have changed. And Desiree would never travel above 125th Street. So why is no one listening to Lena? Lena becomes determined to find justice for her half-sister, even if it means untangling her family's darkest secrets or ending up dead herself. Oh yeah, I can't wait to read this. This sounds really good. I know a lot of people have already read this book. Also had done interviews with Kelly Garrett as well. So I'm definitely looking forward to reading this book. And then if you take the dust jacket off, this is what it looks like. But this is definitely like a mystery book, which I cannot wait to read. So excited for this. So this is another book that I chose for my book pick for for Book of the Month. And then the next book, which I don't know, I'm still thinking about it. I don't know. I've seen it all over, and then the cover is a little dense, but it's okay. But it's Lessons in Chemistry by Bonnie Garmas. Like I saw this book, but I like the UK cover better. I'm thinking about reading it. I'm not sure. I'm still questioning it right now. But yes, this is the other pick, Lessons in Chemistry. And then it says, children, set the table. Your mother needs a moment to herself. It says, chemist Elizabeth Zott is not your average woman. In fact, Elizabeth Zott would be the first to point out that there is no such thing as an average woman. But it's the early 1960s, and her all-male team at Hastings Research Institute takes a very unscientific view of equality. Except for Calvin Evans, the lonely, brilliant Nobel Prize-nominated grudge holder who falls in love with, of all things, her mind. True chemistry results. Like science, though, life is unpredictable, which is why a few years later, Elizabeth Zott finds herself not only a single mother, but also the reluctant star of America's most beloved cooking show, Supper at 6. Elizabeth's unusual approach to cooking, combined 1 tablespoon acetic acid with a pinch of sodium chloride, proves revolutionary. But as her following grows, not everyone is happy. Because, as it turns out, Elizabeth Zott isn't just teaching women to cook, she's daring them to change the status quo. Laugh out loud, funny, shrewdly observant, and studded with a dazzling cast of supporting characters, Lessons in Chemistry is an original and vibrant as its protagonist. So yeah, this sounds like a good book, but I don't know. We'll see. This is a questionable, I was questioning on if I wanted to pick this book, but I just went ahead and did it. So maybe eventually I'll read this book. But this is what it looks like without the dust jacket. And here's the spine. But let me know down below in the comments if you have read this book. Did you enjoy it? Or are you planning on reading this book? I don't know. It sounds interesting. It's about chemistry and stuff like that. But I don't know. Maybe one day I will read this. Or maybe hopefully I'm sure I'll read it this year. I just don't know when that is. But yeah, this is my other pick from Book of the Month. This next box is from Fairy Loot. I had signed up for their adult subscription, so their adult fiction. And of course I have their Fairy Loot YA subscription box as well. So I wanted to also do their adult fiction. And I do already know what book is inside of here, which I will eventually read this book as well, because I want to see what's the rave about this book. What's so special about this book, because I've been seeing it everywhere. You know, it was independently published and then someone took it on and changed the cover and everything like that. So yeah, so let me go ahead and open this box. And here we have what the theme is, dark academia. And then it goes into the book right here on the back. Okay. Close this up. So here it is, and it says happy reading. And then as I take the book out, here it is, the Atlas 6 by Olivia Blake. And this is 6 are chosen, only 5 will walk away. And then this is the Fairy Loot edition. So this is what it looks like right here on the edges. Here it is. So yeah, like I've been hearing about this book for quite a while. So it's like, okay, I need to just read this to figure out what's the whole rave about this book. And then of course, if I take the dust jacket off, this is what it looks like. The Atlas 6. Here is the spine. And then also it has the end pages right here, where it has moments of the book or scenes of the book on the end pages. And then let me go ahead and read the synopsis, because like I said, I've heard people talking about this book, but I really had no idea what it's about. So let's see what it says here. So it says, welcome to the Alexandrian Society. When the world's best magicians are offered an extraordinary opportunity, saying yes is easy. Each could join the secretive Alexandrian Society, whose custodians guard lost knowledge from an ancient civilization. Their members enjoy a lifetime of power and prestige, yet each decade only 6 practitioners are invited to fill 5 places. Contenders Libby Rhodes and Nico de Verona are inseparable enemies, cosmologists who can control matter with their minds. Parissa Kamali is a telepath who sees the mind's deepest secrets. Raina Murray is a naturalist who can perceive and understand the flow of life itself. And Colum Nova is an empath who can manipulate the desires of others. Finally, there's Tristan Kane, whose powers mystify even himself. Following recruitment by the mysterious Atlas Blakely, they travel to the Society's London headquarters. Here, each must study and innovate within esoteric subject areas, and if they can prove themselves over the course of a year, they'll survive most of them. So yeah, this sounds interesting. It's definitely a different type of book that I've read before, but I might just give it a try. And, you know, it sounds good. People have been raving about it. Obviously, it must be good, right? So I'm planning on reading this year. And I know the release of the second book, like the cover, was just released not too long ago. But even on the back, it says 6 extraordinary magicians, 5 chances to win 1 secret society. He knew even before he started talking that they would all accept the offer. It was a formality, really. Nobody turned down the Alexandrian Society. Even those pretending disinterest would be unable to resist. They would fight, he knew, tooth and nail to survive the next year of their lives. And if they were as steadfast and talented as the society presumed them to be, most of them would. Most of them. So yeah, this is the Fairy Loot edition of the Atlas 6. So here is the sprayed edges. So yeah, I do plan on reading this. I might actually hybrid read this as well. I'll try to get the audiobook and listen and read along. So that's the goal and that's the plan. And of course, that is the theme for the adult subscription, Dark Academia. So yeah, can't wait to read this book. Next, we have publisher mail. So I'm going to open this one first. And this is from Penguin Random House. Oh yes, I cannot wait to do a review about this book. I haven't heard a lot of things about it, but the cover looks badass, so I definitely want to read it. And that is Set in Girls. And this is by Charlene Thomas. Right here. And this book comes out in August. So I will be doing a review in August for this book. But here is this. And then for the synopsis, it says, a smart and twisty debut that starts off like Friday Night Lights and ends with the power of dear white people. Set in academic high is a prep school obsessed with its football team and their 13-year conference win streak, a record that players always say they never have without Seton's girls. What exactly Seton girls do to make them so valuable, though? No one ever really says. They're just the best. But the team's quarterback, the younger brother of the Seton star who started the streak, wants more than regular season glory. He wants a state championship before his successor. Seton's first black quarterback has a chance to overshadow him. Bigger rewards require bigger risks, and soon the actual secrets to the team's enduring success leak to a small group of girls who suddenly have the power to change their world forever. This is the story of Seton Girls. And then it goes into information about the author, where it says she lives in Maryland and works as a marketer. Seton Girls is her first novel. So yeah, I cannot wait to read this. This sounds really good. This comes out in August, so I do plan on reading this in August. But yeah, this is the cover. So yeah, I cannot wait to read this. So yeah, I look forward to this. Next one we have is also published man. This is from Penguin Random House as well. So let me open this one. Oh, and this is like a kid's book, sort of. So yeah, my kids will love this book. So it is a handbook for making feline friends. Pet That Cat by Nigel Kidd and Rachel Barnon of I've Pet That Cat. So here is this. Oh, this looks so cute. My kids love cats, especially my son. So this will be really cute right here. And it says, from the kid behind the popular Twitter account, I've Pet That Cat, comes a fun, informative handbook for young readers on understanding and caring for our feline friends. So this is so cute. And then it came with a note from Nigel. That's what it says, a note from Nigel. Dear reader, my name is Nigel and I am in 6th grade. I love reading and I love cats. Together with my mom, I write Pet That Cat, a handbook for making feline friends for kids who love animals and want to learn more about cats. Whether you have a cat at home or only know cats through funny videos, Pet That Cat can help you learn why they do the things they do. My book will tell you everything you need to know to take care of a cat, as well as tell you the history of cats in our world. You'll also be able to learn about some famous cats, take cat quizzes, and fill out the cat tracker to keep track of each type of cat you meet. I hope you like my book and that it helps you love cats as much as I do. Nigel. Yeah, so this is cute. We'll read this and stuff. I don't know much about the history of cats, so this will be very informative. But yeah, thank you so much, Penguin Teen, for this. Cannot wait to read this to my children. So there we have this. And then next we have some mail from friends. I believe this is from Alicia. So I look forward to seeing what she has gotten for me. No, you didn't, Alicia. No, you didn't. Oh my gosh. Oh my God. Let me go ahead and read this. Okay, it says, a gift for you. I am glad that I met you. I hope to buddy read this with you. I thank you for your friendship. Love, Alicia, from Alicia. Girl, I love you, Alicia. You're so kind. I just love you. And that she had gotten me this book, which I look forward to reading this. This is like one of my anticipated reads of this year, which I don't know. Maybe, Alicia, we could read it next month. I think we could read this next month. Let me know what you think. I'll message you on IG if you're watching this. But it is The City of Dusk by Tara Sim. And this is Darkness Falls, Gods Rise. So this looks amazing. And this is adult. I think this is an adult fiction, I believe. So let me go and read the back. So it says, for every realm, there is a god. For every god, there is an heir. For every heir, there is a price. Into a world of bone and shadow magic, of vengeful gods and defiant chosen ones in The City of Dusk, the first book in the Dark Gods trilogy from a stunning new voice in epic fantasy. The 4 realms, life, death, light, and darkness all converge on the City of Dusk, but the gods have withdrawn their favor from the once thriving and vibrant metropolis, and without it, all the realms are dying. Unwilling to stand by and watch the destruction, the four heirs to divine power, Angelica, an elementalist with her eyes set on the throne, Risha, a necromancer fighting to keep the peace, Nicholas, a soldier who struggles to see the light, and Tasia, a shadow-wielding rogue with a reckless heart, will become reluctant allies in the quest to save their city. But the rebellion will cost them dearly. Oh my God. So this, I'm looking forward to reading this. This like dark academia, some political intrigue is in it. So yeah, I definitely cannot wait to read this. This book is huge, but I don't care. That doesn't intimidate me not as much. But yeah, thank you so much, Alicia. I definitely cannot wait to read this. This book sounds so good, and I think that we should read it next month. But let me know in the comments. But I will reach out to you on IG to see what you think. If not, we can read it in June. But yeah, thank you so much. I do appreciate this. So here we have it, The City of Dusks by Tara Sim. And now we have my special guest. This is my daughter, Kiana. She wanted to be part of this because this next box is from Princess, which is pretty much her auntie at this point. She's family. Princess is family. And she is pretty much Kiana's auntie. It's official. But we wanted to open this because Princess has gotten her something really special. So I want to go ahead and open this so you can see her reactions. Are you excited? You want to say hi to everybody?
Hi.
So, all right, let's go ahead and get started. All right, let's see what she got you. I already know, but...
I don't know what it is.
I know.
Maybe some clothes.
Maybe. You have to see.
Maybe some clothes. I think it's clothes.
All right, let's see.
Clothes.
Uh-oh.
The magic wand.
Yes, you got your magic wand. You have to hold it this way. Look, you have to hold that way. Say thank you. She got you a wand. This is so cool.
I picked it out.
Yep, you did, didn't you?
Yeah.
You like your wand?
Yes. Bibbidi-bobbidi-boo.
And then she got you a shirt. Look.
It's blue, your favorite color.
Yes. When it says Ravenclaw, it says, let's see.
And she got us a book.
Yeah, it says Wisdom, Wit, Learning, Hogwarts Alumni. And it says Quidditch. Oh my gosh.
And she got us a book.
Yeah, that's my book. But she got you a wand and she got you a shirt. So show everybody the shirt.
Look at the shirt.
Look at it. So you know you can wear this when we go to the movie, right?
Yeah.
So you excited?
Yeah.
And you can bring your wand?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Sit down and hold your wand and your shirt.
Okay.
Say thank you, Princess.
Thank you, Princess.
All right. And then Princess had gotten me these books. So thank you so much.
And the flowers book, too.
Yeah. So thank you so much, Princess. I've been wanting to read Outlander for a while since I also watched the TV series. So I wanted to give the books a try. So she had got this for me. Or she gave this to me. This is by Diana Gabaldon. This is a New York Times bestseller. This is the 20th anniversary edition. And this is Outlander, the first book. And I definitely cannot wait to read this.
It's Mommy's first time reading it.
Yeah, it's Mommy's first time reading it. You're right. This looks so amazing. It has like the map and stuff in it. Ooh. Oh, I love this edition, Princess. Thank you so much. It even says right here, people disappear all the time. Ask any policeman. Better yet, ask a journalist. Disappearances are bread and butter to journalists. Young girls run away from home. Young children stray from their parents and are never seen again. Housewives read the end of their tether and take the grocery money in a taxi to the station. International financiers change their names and vanish into the smoke of imported cigars. Many of the lost will be found, eventually, dead or alive. Disappearances, after all, have explanations, usually. So I definitely cannot wait to read this. And also has it has a CD too, like with the soundtrack. So definitely I will be listening to the soundtrack as I'm reading this book. So oh my gosh, thank you so much, Princess, for this. This edition is so beautiful.
Now show them the other one, Mommy.
Okay, I'll show them. Okay, then this next one is Dragonfly Amber. I think this is this the second one? I'm not sure. Maybe. But here is another one.
It has like flowers on it.
And there is the cover without the dust jacket.
Yeah, and this is Mommy's favorite. Mommy always wanted this one, right?
Yeah. So let me see and read the synopsis. So it says, a triumph in storytelling, Diane Gabaldon weaves a powerful tale layered into history and myth. At the core is a love so vivid and fierce, the centuries can't diminish it. I loved every page, and that was said by Nora Roberts, author of Honest Illusions. So it says, with the publication of her debut novel, Outlander, Diana Gabaldon dazzled readers with a love story that spanned 2 centuries, hailed by critics for its spellbinding blends of history, passion, and drama. It is a unique avocation of 18th century Scotland from the perspective of a modern heroine. In Dragonfly and Amber, Gabaldon returns us to the same landscape. Claire Randall, successful physician, recent widow, mother has returned to the Scottish Highlands with her newly grown daughter to look up a young historian she met briefly some 20 years earlier. But why does she come back? What does she know about the rim of standing stones on nearby Craignadoon? And who is really the father of her beautiful copper-haired daughter, Brianna? The questions raised by Claire's reappearance led her back to the far, far distant past. Back to Jamie Fraser, the young Scottish warrior whose gallant attentions drew her from the security of her own life to the dangers of his. Together, Claire and Jamie struggle to save a country and thwart a king. Their love affair, as brilliant as the span of a dragonfly's wing, and as endearing as the glowing depths of ancient amber, takes them from the intrigue-filled Paris court of Charles Stuart to the warring clans of a Scotland gripped by the fierce Jacobite rebellion. There is a story about the power of kings, the dangers of ambition, the agony of choice, and finally the terrible burden of too much knowledge. In the hands of this masterful storyteller, history is neither dead nor fixed, but a thing coiled, fluid, and alive. For Claire, the inexorable march of fate toward the Highlanders' doom on Culloden Moor raises questions that life far beyond the timeless stones. So thank you so much. This is the second book, so I cannot wait to read this.
Stone but you put water in it.
Yeah,
it's
like a
like you remember witch used to put something in the thing.
Looks like a goblet, a goblet.
Yeah, because the last time on my tablet, the man with a big nose.
Oh, okay. You're talking about Pinocchio. But thank you so much, Princess, for both of these books, and thank you for her shirt. Say thank you.
Thank you.
But that is it. Those are all the books and fun things that I received in the mail, not just from publishers, but also from friends and that our family now, pretty much. But thank you so much for watching this, you guys. I really hope you enjoyed this video and my special guest. If you enjoyed this video, please, please, please give me a thumbs up. Also, hit that subscribe button and that bell to be notified when I upload more videos in the future. But thank you so much for watching, you guys. And please stay healthy and stay safe.
See ya.
See ya.